This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top four and nothing more. Kirk, it's episode 100.
We're here.
It happened.
We're here. We're here.
We're live on what? YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You should be seeing us in those areas. So look, we're kind of just hanging out, having a good time tonight. Gonna have some conversation.
See, we got some folks. There's Rad Bash.
What's up, Rad
Welcome
Bash?
to the show, Rad Bash. Let's go. Let's go.
Feral Inferno.
Feral Inferno, welcome to the show. Hey, well, so look, let's get going, man. So, episode 100. What a great 2 years it has been. As you can see, down below on my side, Betty White was not my fault. And Andy, what you got over there?
Choco Taco was not my fault. But Kirk, before we explain that to everyone, what's up, Max Parrish?
Max in the house.
Feral Inferno hanging out.
In the house. Cannon's here. Look.
Retro Cannon.
Retro Cannon.
We got Max. Parrish. Oh. Max Parrish in the house. There. Look at that face down there.
Look at that face, man. Hey, look, guys, if it's your first time being here, Max Parrish rapped for our intro one time. And it was fantastic.
Pause here, Kirk, because I was just about to say this to you. This is the joy of doing live. Max Parrish just said that auto-tune is wild. Do you have auto-tune on your audio? Because your vibrato's sick right now, bro.
Mine?
Dude, it's...
Check it out. No, man, I'm good.
I don't know what's happening because I'm hearing that too, Max. He says Kirk sounds like T-Pain. That's Rad Bash hanging out. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Fun stuff, isn't it?
That's the joy of it's live TV, people. It's live. But look, that's what we love. So, hey, let's explain that real quick. So, Kirk, what about Betty White was not your fault? Why is that happening?
Well, so episode 3, we announced that Betty White was going to be 100 years old. And today we make 100 years old. 100 episodes old. And hey, here's it is. We filmed ahead of time celebrating her birthday party. And wouldn't you know it, about a week and some change before, she passed away. She didn't make it to her birthday. So it didn't work out for us.
Yeah, we had to refilm. So if you go back to episode 3, the whole episode is filmed during the day. It's clearly the AM outside, and then when we refilm the intro, it's clearly dark outside. And also, funny news, we have all this fun like live stuff now. Like, see the Rushmore Show, you see our ticker down there with all our socials. This was our first stab at any kind of like legit editing, and we put a banner right across the bottom. And why did we put that banner there, Kirk? Oh, I can't hear you, Kirk. Now you have no tune. Nothing. I'll explain it real quick while we're checking that. We put a banner because it was like 2 a.m, and the pants I think that we had worn earlier, we weren't wearing those anymore. So we were wearing like basketball shorts. So
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Kirk. I think you're back.
Yeah.
Man.
Trying to fix the auto tune, but yeah. So we weren't wearing pants.
So we were wearing shorts. Let's make that clear. It wasn't.
So here's the thing. We have been known to kill off a few things, and a few months later, Andy, you dropped a bomb, and the Choco Taco made it into your Fab 4. And what happened to Choco?
Well, you're still sounding like T-Pain. I'm loving it so much. I don't know what's happening, but
dude, I tried messing with it.
Back to the Choco Taco. So here's the thing. I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, we were there we go. We were talking with Randy about some treats, some summer treats or whatever, and I think the Choco Taco was mentioned, and Randy said, I've never had a Choco Taco before, which is wild that somebody now Randy's, I won't say how old Randy is. Randy would love you. I don't know how old he is, but let's just suffice it to say Randy is older than we are. And for somebody to be around that long to have never had a Choco Taco is a little crazy. So I mentioned the Choco Taco. We talked about it in like I'm not even maybe like a week or two later, they come out and say, "Hey, we're discontinuing the Choco Taco. It is no longer a thing." And RIP Choco Taco. That's what happened. So retro
Did
canon.
RIP my voice? Is it gone?
I think you're back. I think you're no longer this.
RIP T-Pain?
Kirk, your son's joining in here, Retro Cannon. Look, if you haven't already, go. I was about to say register. Go subscribe to Retro Cannon. Check out that fun stuff that is. But he says, "What is the Choco Taco?" Are we the weird ones that don't know? That are the only ones who know what a Choco Taco is?
Well, the Choco Taco was discontinued. Remember, we were going to bring him for that fantastic voyage with Randy, and it didn't work out because they canceled it. So
we got Farrell in front of us.
But we've also killed a few other things. We killed the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, some things that we kill are good. We said we needed it.
The Pro Bowl made our more of football, and it was out. Something happened a couple weeks ago, which we killed off something else.
Did we kill something else?
Yeah, something else. Well, we did talk about Friends, and Matthew Perry passed.
Yeah,
we talked about.
We didn't specifically mention Matthew Perry, but we did talk about Friends. So Farrell Inferno says he loved. That's what I'm talking about. That's where it's at.
Look at who's in the house: Jason Nupp,
Betty White,
New 80s Revolution. White. Guys, if you don't know New 80s Revolution, you don't know what's up. Go check out Jason Nupp, one of my favorite shows, one of my first YouTube friends. New 80s Revolution. You like nostalgia things? Jason's been on the show twice, and we're actually going to talk about that here in a few seconds about some of the times some of our friends have actually joined us. Retro Cannon's been on once. Feral Inferno, we need you on because Rad Bash has been on. Max has been on the show before. And we got 10 folks up in here. Everybody say hello down in the comments.
Rad Bash, thank you for the heads up.
Careful what you admit to killing. Never know when the FBI is listening. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, but it's already out there. We've already talked about it a couple times. And you know how the internet works. You can't take it back. So this is this is episode 100. Andy, we've done this for 2 years now. Thank you to everybody out there. We just surpassed the 600 subscribers mark, which was fantastic. On that track to that 1K. And I was going through some stats. Where's Paul? Because Paul is our leading man. Right?
Way to go, Paul.
Paul's been on the show 9 times.
I heard
right? We have 10 people on the show. He's been on 9. He can make it 10 if he shows up today. But second place, Dennis, 7 times. Now, here's one that's going to stump you, I think, Andy. Who's been on the third most?
Third most.
4 times.
4 times. Dylan Thibodeau?
Dylan has been on 3 times by my count.
Amari?
Maybe 4. Wait, 1. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's been on 4 times.
Okay.
Amari, 3 times.
Amari's 3.
So there's one more that has 4 times.
Thomas? No.
Chris. Because we haven't seen Chris in months. Chris Edwards in the house. But we haven't seen him in months. Nolan, what's up, man? Nolan Ryan. Mr. P, he's one of my students. How you doing, Nolan? Welcome to the show. So here's the thing, man. 602 subs. We just passed 60,000 views, 3.4 thousand watch hours, and 183 videos. That's what we've done so far in this amazing road. So this is what we thought we'd do is kind of come out here. We've done what we call Rushmores at the convention. So you folks down in the comments, what are some top 4s that you want to hear from Andy and I, or either one of us? And you guys put that in the comments. And I think it's time to kind of chat, Andy, about what's coming up. What are we doing really big at these conventions?
Yeah, well,
trailer for it.
we're gonna continue doing what we've done at these things, which is really just hanging out, which is one of our favorite things to do. And just having a fun time and actually going and spending our money on things at booths that we all had as children, but are now rebuying them. That's the joy
Yeah,
in conventions. But
we
one
have a
of the
trailer.
what's that? Oh yeah, we have a trailer. So let's show you guys, give you a little sneak peek of what's going to be happening coming up at these conventions. Hit it, Kirk.
Well, Andy, I will hit it right now.
Prepare to make the jump to light speed.
They're getting closer.
Oh, yeah? Watch this.
Reboot is coming to a convention near you. But you know what? Let's tell them what Reboot is all about. And you can see it in your bottom corner there. You see the cartoon version of Kirk and Andy, nerds in the word, reboot, and unconventional ministry. Here's what's happening at our heart. We've shared this on the show a couple times now, but at our heart and really kind of our main thing, calling and passion is really our love for Jesus. We love everything geeky and nerdy and pop culture and just fun and sports and all of those types of things. But we are now given an amazing opportunity to really live out our calling and to preach the gospel at these events, at these conventions. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up church. We're still working out details on how that all is going to look, but we're going to be able to bring the word to these conventions too, which I'm just super stoked about. Kirk, what you think about it?
Dude, I absolutely am all over this. So let me just tell you how this went down. Geek Devotions, if you're not following those guys, do yourself a favor. Down in the bottom, by the way, we got our scroll of all the cool stuff. Right about now, you see Culture Box. Culture Box is a bunch of friend of ours, a bunch of websites and other content creators that are Christian. And basically, one of those is Geek Devotions. Geek Devotions is kind of how we got inspired to doing this. And Geek Devotions does um, geek ministry because this would happen. He went to a convention, and while he was outside, they had some people picketing and rioting and trying to tell people that they're going to hell and whatnot. And Andy, he kind of like felt convicted. Like, am I supposed to be here? Am I not? What can I do about it? And he was a youth pastor and still is. Matter of fact, he left youth ministry and came back. Long story short, he decided to launch Geek Devotions as a way to reach some of the most unreached people. Well, that inspired us, as you know. And as we've been going to these conventions, I've been sitting there thinking, how can we use what we're doing to impact, right? To kind of change some things. And so we've decided to launch our own ministry. So I kind of shot my shot and went up to the directors and said, hey, can we do church on Sunday? And they both have agreed. We haven't worked out all the details, but coming to a convention near year, we are going to be doing Geek Church, Nerd Church, right there at the conventions those Sundays during the show. And so coming up next year, we have in March, we've got Louisiana RetroCon, and in April, we have St. Tammany Collectors Con. They both invited us for spring and fall last year, and we're going to come back this year. And whoever else would like to have us as we keep going. But that's basically it, man. We're just going to go and love on people and do some ministry.
It's gonna be a blast, man. We're doing panels. We're still gonna network and do all those kinds of stuff too. Hey, Kirk, we've gotten quite a few comments here. Feral Inferno.
I see this. That's why I started giggling.
Yeah. So let me just catch up with these real quick. Congrats. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Your son asked, how many videos until you stop the show? I don't think there's a number, right? I mean, if I'm just thinking, right?
The Lord tells us we're done. The Lord tells us.
Max, 3,000 watch hours, 500 subscribers. That's a mark rate. Listen, Kirk knows more about this than I do. I think that there's more to it than just that, but I don't know. Either way.
So yeah, it's 3.4 lifetime. So you have to do it within a year span. And right now we're a little shy of that 3,000 of the year span watch hours. One of the reasons we wanted to launch some of these lives hoping you guys would hang out. Matter of fact, lives. We're going to be doing live every other week or so as the schedule seems fit to avoid ministry and, the life happenings of family. But we're still going to do our pre-recorded events, but all of our shows are moving to Friday afternoons now. So we used to be on Mondays. Starting next year, we're moving to Friday afternoon, starting right now. And next week, we will be live, actually, with Picking Preacher.
Yeah.
And we're doing our top 4 RPGs, role-playing games. And Andy, you are terrified of this. And that makes me laugh because right down here in the comments,
Yeah. So
Errol and Max both want to know what are our top 4 Final Fantasy characters. Andy, do you know 4 Final Fantasy characters?
Mark, I don't know. I don't know their names. I don't know anyone that's in these games. I've never played Final Fantasy. It's a known fact if you watch this show, don't do RPGs. I just don't. They're boring. I know that's I'm alone and get it. I'm on my
All
own.
right, so obviously Cloud is in there, right? I'm gonna go with Red. He's also in there, which I loved Red, and I want to go also with Luca from 10. So then my last one would probably have to be Lionheart. Yeah. So I mean, you've got a couple characters in 7, 8, 9, 10, and 13 that I would pick from. And Red, yeah, exactly, Francisco, Red. So, yep, Squall Leonhardt. Squall, Cloud, Red, and Luca. That would be my top 4.
Dude, it's crazy. I crush more with all 4 of yours too, man. I
love Barrett. I love Tifa. What's the one in 12? I just played it. I can't. That's a pretty cool character. His name is starts with a B. Gosh, I can't think of his name. Oh yeah, going all the way back to the original Red Mage. Not so original. I always had to do. I was very simple. Fighter, and then for that middle character, you could switch Black Belt or Thief depending on how you want to do it. And then I always had to go Black and White Mage. The Red Mage looked cool, but I always wanted to have a White and Black Mage. And then so that's just I would just have to go there.
I have
Zell. That's it. Zell. Thank you, Max. Rocking the Zell. I appreciate that. Sid's in every one, right? So which Sid are we picking, Max? Which Sid are we picking? He's been in like every single one, but the goats are Zidane and Vivi. Oh, not bad picks. I love Max. Next week, RPGs. Andy is in a stump right now. I am telling you, he's trying to avoid from picking all 8 of his picks from one franchise.
I may very well do that. It may just happen, and I just don't want it to be that boring.
Balthier is awesome. He was awesome, especially when you gave him his when you leveled up his weapons and stuff. He was really cool.
Hey, Kirk, let's do this. That's enough of this stupid Final Fantasy talk. Let's move to my area of expertise. And Rad Bash wants to know top 4 chicken wing flavors. Let's go. Now, as uneducated as I am.
All right. So if you guys know Andy draws a very strong line in the sand, right? We talk about that as our Rushmore, the top 4. Your Rosie is your line in the sand, your number 4. But he draws a very distinct line between dry and wet wings. So, Andy.
Let me clear the air, though. I don't not like wet wings. I say this. I don't like wet wings. I don't not like sauced wings, though. So if they're not overly soft, if I'm not going to feel like I have to shower after, I don't want that. So top 4 wings, coming in at 4, I really like and I'm not a big fan of Buffalo Wild Wings, but this sauce is very good. The Asian Zing. I like the Asian Zing, or really just kind of like any Asian style wing flavor. I can go, if we're going broad, it's some kind of Asian flavor. Coming in at number 3, you can't really go wrong with this kind of flavor. Most places that you go, a garlic parm wing. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. Number 2, I'm going to go with the buffalo. Again, light on the sauce. I like it like cooked in the sauce, the sauce crunches around it. You know what I'm talking about? That's the kind of
Buffalo has temperatures though.
I'm not like inferno spicy level, but I want kick. I don't want mild. I want to kick. I want to kind of like meat at like 3/4, if that makes sense. And then the number one wing, and I posted it on my page the other day. It's the dry rub lemon pepper. If you get lemon pepper is the best wing flavor, period. You know, seal the envelope, send it in. It's over. It's over, and it's going to be the lemon pepper wing. That's where I'm going to go.
Nice. I like all your picks, but I don't think any of them make my top. Oh, Buffalo does. So Buffalo comes in strong at number 4. I like it right at the hot. So, well, depending on where you're at, depending on what levels of heat. I don't want it where my face is frying off, but I don't want it to where I don't feel the kick. So wherever that meter hits, whenever you like, it shows the habaneros. When the habaneros start to turn red, probably a little clicks into that.
I want to be like, you know, like my nose to be running a little bit. I don't want to like feel like I'm dying, but I also want that.
Wait. So let's look at this.
I know. Check these comments. And Max, we already know that
it's lemon pooper. He feels Buffalo's number 1. So here it is. Buffalo sauce.
I'm down.
Yeah. Buffalo sauce is number 4.
Wow.
Right. And it's not because it's bad, but it is the standard. Right. It's the middle of the road. Right. You can't go wrong either way. I'm going to throw in my favorite, my favorite sweet one, if you will, right now. Yep, I'm going to throw my favorite sweet one in right here with honey barbecue, right? Honey barbecue wings, love them right there. That's just a sweet one. If I don't want anything hot,
right?
The next two are both hot.
You love sweet. I don't want my wings to be sweet.
Well, here it is.
Weird chicken. I don't know.
Caribbean jerk.
Okay.
Caribbean jerk, sweet and hot, or mango habanero is where some of them. They're kind of close. That's the number 2. Number 1 all day. Paul, you are the man. Spicy garlic. Spicy garlic is number 1. Number 1.
That's
honey barbecue. There you go, Francisco. I love it. Lemon pepper's good. Farrell agrees. Hey, by the way, friends, Francisco is the Capitan, El Capitan of the Culture Box. And go follow him and Paul over at Retro Rewind Podcast.
Max,
Retro Rewind. Feral Inferno's in. He's a new friend. He does video games. If you guys like video games, also Feral Retro Rewind does some of that over there. But you guys should connect. That is some video game friends.
Max said
none of them.
Cannon doesn't want any. But look what Max says here. I want my nose to win the gold medal in the 100-meter dash when I eat my wings. Max, as much as I disagree with your takes on many things, I agree with your sense of humor. That is fantastic. That is a good pick there. Listen, here's. Let me just say this: I'm not going to turn down a wing. Can I just say that? Like, even if it's my 19th favorite flavor, give me that stuff, because I will say this: chicken wings are probably one of my top foods of all foods in general.
Yeah. So so there you go. Let's go top 4 genres of food, right?
Okay. Hey, before we do that,
talked about this. This one's been out there.
Let's pause on that real quick. Before we do that, we did have another one sent in. I want to make sure that we're getting comments too. So my wife is on here, but this is Zoe through my wife. Zoe says, for the new year, do your Rushmores of healthy foods. Like, we got to balance this chicken wing talk out with some healthy foods. So
chicken is healthy. I mean, unless you're
not all the other things we added to it, though. The ranch and the Rushmore of healthy foods. See, that's hard.
So I immediately think of Ron and Parks and Rec and go, you enjoy what my food enjoys, or you eat what my food eats.
You actually give me what food that my food eats. Okay, so let's think. More like lemon pooper. Did you put that back on there? Why'd you do that? Let's go back to let me pull that
No.
that comment back up. I don't know where we went here. So here we go. Boom. Let's put that back up. Healthy foods. I do like salad, but my problem with salad is the salad that I make takes the health away. The croutons and the cheese and all the dressings and everything, like
so
all of that. But I do like a salad, so I can
I
go.
do like the salad at like Olive Garden.
Yeah, and that's but you're negating it with a pound of spaghetti, so it's
Well, afterwards,
but it's still going in the one stomach that you have. Like
well,
it doesn't matter.
not to mention you eat all those garlic sticks, right?
Right. Yeah. But if just one food in general, salad's going to be up there for me. Golly, this is almost like a intervention. I got to think about healthy foods. I don't know, Kirk. You got anything else?
So healthy foods. Here it is. Here it is. Chicken, steak,
Oh yeah.
pork chops, and salad.
Yeah. Give me that's good.
Carnivore,
That's
man.
good.
I'm carnivore, man. I got to go carnivore. I mean, just less carbs. Yes, yeah, that would be mine. Watermelon. And it says watermelon. Best healthy food, avocado. Hold on, Max.
So here's the thing. I do
Not
like vegetables. I do like vegetables.
Right, but
Avocado. I do
How
like
you feel about
avocado.
avocado?
I'm a fan. I don't think that I think that they're very overrated. Like,
I think they're way overrated.
yeah,
There's hardly any flavor, and it's a bunch of cold mush in your mouth. It's disgusting.
but you like guac. You dip them chips.
I mean, I don't dislike many foods, but I have a lot of foods I don't understand. Sushi and avocados, they go hand in hand. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't not like them. I just don't get it. I don't get the craze.
Yeah.
You watch your mouth. Well, I will watch my mouth and avoid putting avocados in them. Yes, I will definitely watch.
Eggs.
Eggs are fantastic. All right, so here you go. Top four ways to make eggs.
Okay, easy. There's I like a scrambled egg. I mean, that's just standard.
Well, scrambled's got to be on pretty much everything, right?
Scrambled's got to be there. I love deviled eggs. Give me them deviled eggs, about 13 dozen of them.
Wait, time. This is not putting eggs in something, just eggs.
So would you count a deviled egg?
Like,
the egg has to be the main. I got it.
Like not cake or French toast.
No. For sure. Yeah. I got it. Chocolate cake. No. So where'd I go? Scrambled, deviled, like a fried egg, just like an over medium.
Yeah.
Here's a side note on that. I always order over medium because if the white is runny, get it out of here. I want the yolk runny, but when the white is not cooked quite enough, and that's normally what people do. Anyway,
I'm all right with it. I'm all right.
I'm not a fan of it. And then
and we got 10 folks in here. Who else is up in here? Say hello. Welcome to the Rushmore Show. Welcome to the Summit Squad. If we haven't met you already, we're Andy and Kirk. We do top four. So throw down in the comments below a top four, and we'll do that. If you like video games, movies, TV, music, food, or sports, or just your occasional nostalgia, that's kind of where we go with our top fours. So if you throw anything down there, we will do it.
Yeah. All right. So, and then my final preparation of an egg, and I probably went out of order on this because it's a Rushmore, but you can hate it all you want. I like egg salad, man. I'm a big egg salad fan. On that bread, some toast.
Yeah. So I love egg salad if tuna's in.
No, I just want the egg salad. I'm cool with that.
I like egg salad. I'm not against egg salad. I'm not. I just don't like when fruit goes in whatever salad. Egg salad, potato salad, regular salad, any salad. No fruit should be involved. Although I love all of them. Top four numbers. Look at the captain here. He says, "What are your top four numbers?" And I have this. I actually have this.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say this sounds like a joke, but I feel like I've thought about this before.
I have this. All right. So number one, number one has to be number 7. It's a great round number. It's God's number. It's perfect, and it's Mickey Mantle's number. Number two, oh, I have to go with I'll have to go with 29. 29, that's my birthday. That's Cannon's birthday, and that's the number Cannon often wears. Number 2, our link, I'm gonna have to go with number 17, which is Carson's number and Carson's birthday, and the number she wears all the time. So I've been busy cheering 1-7 on for quite some time now. And number 1, the George of all numbers, is 23.
Yeah, it is.
Not for Michael Jordan, not for LeBron James, or any of the other fantastical people that have worn that number, but for Don Mattingly, because that was my favorite baseball player of all time.
Yeah,
So there you go.
Good picks. I would add for me 89. Again, it's the year I was born. Every time I did a custom character on Madden or whatever, they were always number 89. I like that number. I would add 100. I don't know, not just because this is episode 100, but
100.
about like 100 feels like this is the most, even though I know it's not. But like if you're like that's 100, like you just it's just something about that number is special. 23 is definitely on the list. And then 9 for Drew Brees. Drew Brees, man, that's what I'm gonna. And it's her
Cannon
age.
says, "What do you mean?" I'm assuming Cannon is a little offended that I said 29 before 17. I love them both to death. I love them both to death.
So Zoe,
What's up, Retro Cart? Retro Cart will be on the show in about 4 weeks or so. He is our second live planned. Retro Cart Collector. He's a video game collector, obviously. Go check out Retro Cart Collector on all the major spots. Hey, by the way, Retro Cart, you are not going to be the first Canadian to be on our show. So
yes.
we have actually had a Canadian on our show twice, and we missed that guy, Cobb. Cobb was our first Canadian. So sorry.
Yeah.
Retro Cart, is that Castlevania I see? Oh, maybe. Yeah. There you go. He's got a little Castlevania in the picture. Hey, Retro Cart, if you like Castlevania, you should go check out Matt Belmont, who is on our show in 2 weeks with Rad Bash. So, and Rad Bash had us and Feral Inferno on a show not long ago. So they're putting all the dots together. Welcome to the show, Retro Cart. If you got any top 4s, drop them down in the comments, and let's see if we can't do a Rushmore. Hey,
All right.
There's a top four person that I in your family right there.
Yeah, look, so Zoe's joining us. This is my oldest daughter. So you asked us healthy foods. What are your top 4 healthy foods, Zoe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like meat.
Meat. See, just like you did. Yeah.
And that's really, I don't really like a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so then let me not ask you that. What would be your top 4? What's something we just asked that she would be able to top 4 wing flavors? Do you have wing flavors that you like?
Yes. Number 4 is garlic parmesan.
Good. Love it.
Number 3 is just regular boneless, like
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo wings.
And then my number 2 is plain wings.
My girl.
And then
number 1. What's the number 1 wings?
1, lemon pepper.
My girl right here.
Hey, so
No.
since we're doing it, look,
Hey,
Retro Cannon is here. Retro Cannon is here. Say hello. So, Retro Cannon is been in the comments down there. If you guys go follow him, he does video games. He's actually going through the essential guide to retro gaming and playing the old games for the very first time. Go follow him. He's only got like 3 or 4 videos out. We've got a ton in the backlog to put out, but yeah, go check him out. So, Cannon. So she did a top 4 healthy foods. Do you have any healthy foods that you like? Watermelon.
Oh yeah, I like fruits, but I don't like
Strawberries, watermelon.
Strawberries and watermelon.
bacon.
Bacon. Keto diet, baby. Keto diet.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
And what else?
I'll say apples.
Apples. And there's your top 4 and nothing more.
Yes.
Bacon's an apple. Applewood bacon, baby.
Oh, yeah, there you go. But hopefully you're not eating applewood. That would be weird.
That would be kind of weird. So, Andy, look, I was just going through, and look, we have tried to figure out what's coming up in the new year. So we have 8 or 9 episodes planned out in video games, right? And so we have Retro Cart coming on, top 4 Nintendo games. We got Blurtish coming on. He's going to do top 4 beat 'em ups. We have Pick and Preacher coming on, doing top 4 retro. Role playing games. Davey and Danny. Hopefully, we can figure it out. We will. Oh, look, for the 11th time, Paul has made his appearance. What's up, Summit Squad? But we have Danny and Davey. If we can work it out, top 4 Mario games. So it's gonna be a bunch of video games episodes, and then we're gonna have music coming right after that for 2 months. Then right after that, movies and TV. Right after that, nostalgia. Then food. Then sports. Then food. 2 months each. If you guys want to be on the show, by all means, connect with us down. All of our socials are down right here. Connect with us, and that'd be awesome. So, Paul, 9 for 9. Yeah, I was just figuring out. So, Paul's got 9. Dennis got 7. Chris and Dylan both have 4. Omari has 3, and we have several with 2. We have Carson, Sean, Courtney, Brittany, Omari. Jared, Retro Rewind, Cellcast, New 80s Revolution, who was just hanging out with us. I don't know if he's still out there. And Ryan and Ken.
Yeah, we've had quite a few guests, man. It's been fun. We're not done. We're not done. Top 4. Oh, what? Okay. So Patrick just said, Patrick is a guy that I used to work with when I was working at Raising Cane's back in the Gap. So Patrick said, top 4 countries to go on vacation. Well, I've only been to one
on vacation, or that we want to go on vacation. Let's clarify.
I'm going to say 1, 2, because I've only been to one foreign country. So just to make it interesting. So I'm going to add vacation. Okay. So that changes things up. Because we had 2 Canadians on our show, let's throw Canada in there. It would be kind of cool to go way up north. Let's go up top somewhere. I don't know where. I don't know where in Canada I'm going to put, but I'm just going to put somewhere there. I don't like cold weather though, so I don't know. But let's do it.
Go watch the Angels play the Blue Jays.
Yeah, sure. And I'm going to do somewhere in Europe. So I'm going to say let's just put out Italy. Italy would be cool. Somewhere, Mediterranean. What did Francisco say? I would like to go to the country of Texas for vacation, but my passport has expired. Well, it's as big as a country, so I'm sure it would count. So that's 2 of mine. I always wanted to go somewhere in Africa. Would be kind of cool, but that's more like missions. What I want to do, and then let's throw Japan out there too. So boom, 4.
Yeah. Without being mission fields.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we've already done our top 4 vacation spots that we've been to last summer. So go check that out. Actually, Chris Edwards was on that episode. So places that I haven't been, and it's not that I've been to a ton. I was in the military for a little bit, kind of just touch and go in a few places. But I have been to Canada. I have been to Mexico. I've been to Germany. I've been to Iraq and Qatar. And I've had a few stops in some of the Virgin Islands and a few other things. But if I'm going to pick countries to go on vacation, number 1 would be New Zealand, Australia. That either or one of those 2 spots. They're pretty close to each other. But probably New Zealand. Number 2, and this is 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry. So that would be the Rosie. Number 3, our TJ Jazzy Jeff. If you don't know what that is, that's how we rank them. DJ Jazzy Jeff is Thomas Jefferson. Number 3, I would say kind of the Greece Rome thing. And I know I'm doing 2, but you usually do the kind of journey. And then number 2, number 2 for sure would probably would be Ireland, because that's just my heritage. And number 1, 100% is Japan. Always wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah.
And spend time there.
So let's see.
Paul, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. What did let's see. Paul just said Germany's amazing. Tons of history. He just went there, visited a gorgeous church. Yeah, look, Germany would be cool. Absolutely. You just said Rook of All just joined us in. What's up? He's got some healthy food. Look at that healthy food right there. That's an apple.
Look at all that, Rook of All.
We
just picked top 4 healthy foods. He's got lots of stuff going on there.
Right.
So look at Cannon. Cannon, I don't know how you did this. Did you just kind of run out and kind of run back in?
Yeah.
But Cannon has asked us top 4 football teams. All right, Andy. So since
are we talking just pro? Or are we talking college?
Teams, or is it college teams as well?
Any
football teams. Okay. Any football teams.
I already know 3 of yours.
Okay.
All right. So coming in at number 4. Little known fact about me. I don't know how much I've shared this, and I think Kirk, we've talked about it because you're not a fan of this because of your number 1 team, or number 2, depending on which route you go. I've always, for whatever reason, been a Chargers fan. I loved LT. I loved Antonio Gates. I love that whole era of it. Sean Merriman. Something about the kind of that West Coast. I just always liked it. Plus, uniforms were always super sweet. The powder blues are fantastic.
Powder blues are pretty cool.
It's a great costume. Oh my gosh, uniform.
I love LT and I love Sean Merriman.
I know you were not because AFC West, and I get that. So I put them there. When it comes to we're going to go 2 and 2. We're going to go 2 pros, 2 colleges. Number 3. Always been a fan of this team because my grandpa went there, graduated from there. He had all the memorabilia at the house, but and the cowbells are super cool. So Mississippi State, man, we're gonna do Mississippi State. Bulldogs is crazy. Coming in at number 2, Roll Tide, right there, baby. Future Natties about to happen in a few short days. Gonna happen, but we're gonna go Roll Tide, Alabama. Can't beat it. Nick Saban is the GOAT of coaches. So, it just is what it is. And then number 1 is the Who Dat Nation, is the New Orleans Saints. As much as they upset me, as much as there's just a love for the Saints I just can't shake. So, I'm going to go with Who Dat. So that's my top 4. What about you, Kirk?
Yeah, so top 4 football teams all time. Number 4, I'm going to come in with a defunct team, if that's okay. Can I come in with a defunct team? A team that doesn't exist anymore? I'm coming in with the New Orleans Voodoo. I had season tickets to the Voodoo. They're the arena football team back home. Absolutely love them. Rock the Aaron Bailey jersey forever. And little known fact, Cannon's a coach in football this year, played for the Voodoo. So New Orleans Voodoo. That'd be number 4, if I can choose that. But here at the Rushmore Show, we make our own rules. So there we go. Number 3. Number 3 is going to be the New Orleans Saints. 100% going to be the New Orleans Saints. I love the Saints.
Okay.
I would love to put them at number 1. Number 2, this might shock you, Andy, is going to be the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, because I know where you're going 1. You were going to go one way or the other with this.
And number 1, go Tigers. LSU all day, every day, any day. But here's the good news. I don't have to. I don't really have to pick one out of the 3 because the Saints and the Chiefs only play once every 9 years, and obviously LSU doesn't play them. So I'm good with it. If I have to pick a number 4 or a Benjamin, if you will, I'm probably going to bring in the Bengals because of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah.
But
So many people do that.
I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan because the Chiefs play them quite a bit.
Love this, Paul. Anyone who beats the Chiefs, anyone who beats the Cowboys, Saints and Lions.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting take. That's an interesting
Oh,
take.
look who's in the comments here, Andy.
Hey, there she is. What's up, Alexis?
Alexis in the house. Alexis was on one of our best episodes ever. Top
Right.
4 cereals ever. Top 4 cereals. Andy. Top 4 chocolate candy. Top 4
Okay.
chocolate candy.
So,
Wow.
so it's easy to give me the number one, but let's go number 4. Man, this is tough. So, man, to do it in 4, 3, 2, 1 is tough. I know my 1 and my 2.
I know 1 and 2.
My
And you got your
3.
top 4 while we're thinking? Go ahead. Chocolate candy.
Reese's, and then Hershey Kisses, regular Hershey, and then it's cookies and cream.
Cookies and
Hershey's.
cream Hershey's. He
Oh,
loves Hershey's.
Well,
I love Hershey.
Hershey's heavy, but that I love it. All right,
Yeah.
here's my-
All right. I got it. I got it. I
Go
got
for
it.
it. Go for it.
4. Number 4 is going to be a Twix. Number 3 is going to be a Kit Kat. Number
Wow.
2 is going to be a whatchamacallit.
I know what you're.
And number 1 is the George Reese's all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go number 4 because it's seasonal and because it's right in front of me. I'm gonna go with the Hershey, the Bells. They're better. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. They are better than the Hershey's Kiss. I don't know what it is other than I don't know holiday magic.
Oh, we love you, man. Paul's got to jump off real quick. And look, we love you to death. We're praying for you and your new family. Can't wait to see you again on the show and get number 10. Oh,
All right.
Here's a hot take. Go finish yours off. Hot take down at the bottom.
Nutrageous. That's okay. Interesting. But look, hey, you can't go wrong. Much like wings, I'm not going to turn any of these really down. Number 4 was the Bell. Number 3, we're going to come in with. I'm going to agree with your George there, Cannon. I'm going to go with that Hershey's. That are we counting it as chocolate because it's white chocolate? But it's not chocolate. But whatever, we'll count it in this one.
It's made by Hershey's.
Cookies and cream bar is fantastic. And then the number 2 and the number 1 was always the number 2 and the number 1. Number 2 is the Snickers. I mean, classic. You cannot go wrong with the Snickers bar. Number 1, the GOAT of all, Twix. Give me a Twix as my number 1.
Okay.
It's fantastic. I'll pick it all day.
Right or left?
Always the right Twix. Always right Twix.
Always the right Twix.
Right Twix.
Okay. All right.
I'm not going to turn down a left Twix, but if I have my choice, give me the right Twix.
So you get the 2 Twix. Do you want the right one or the left one? It's a joke. It's a joke by then. So nutrageous all day. So what's another top 4? Any other top 4s out there? Okay, what about top 4 holiday drinks? Have you guys had anything like
Easy.
Oh wait, let me throw that up there. Have you had anything like peppermint coffee or some unique hot cocoa? Right now I'm drinking S'mores hot cocoa. All right, Andy. So we just did food, right? We just did food, but this is just drinks. This is just drinks.
So 4. They're done. It's done. It's already set. My top 4. Number 4, apple cider. A hot apple cider is fantastic, dude. It's my parents used to just put it like in a crock pot all day and just let it sit there with cinnamon sticks and stuff in it. Fantastic. Apple cider. Number 3, give me that hot chocolate. Just standard hot chocolate. Swiss Miss with the marshmallows.
I'll let you keep going.
Yeah. So we're gonna go those 2. Number two is going to be eggnog. I love eggnog. It's fantastic. It's so good. Eggnog is great. And then number 1, I'm going to count this as holiday, although it's not just Christmas. I'm going to go with give me any kind of pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin spice, whatever. I'm a pumpkin spice guy. I don't apologize for it. Give me that pumpkin spice.
All right. Well, listen.
And I know the issue you're going to take with my list because a couple weeks ago. I get it.
Well, yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, you went hot chocolate 4. Eggnog wasn't even on your list. Was that a strategic move, knowing that it was going to show up later, and you wanted to get that hot chocolate on? I mean, hot chocolate would have made it.
Potentially. It
Okay,
could just be
so
that
here,
my lists change. It doesn't matter. I had eggnog recently, so
okay,
maybe it's
so
just
here
a
it is.
recency effect.
Number number 4. I'm gonna go with a good whatever the big coffee chains are doing for that Christmas drink. Peppermint coffee's there. I love pulling up and seeing just that one drink that hasn't been there for all, except PSL. Can't do it. Can't do the
No, you
PSL
don't.
because
Love
listen. I love pumpkin. I love lattes. I don't like the spice. The spice tastes like I'm drinking potpourri. I don't want it. I just want the pumpkin. If we just made pumpkin latte, sure.
But pumpkin doesn't
Spice.
have a great
I like
taste.
smoking cloves. Back in the day when I smoked cloves, I hated it. I just did it because I thought I was cool and a hippie.
Pause.
No,
I don't like chicken. I like the flavor that you make chicken. It's the same thing. I don't want chicken flavor. I just
no,
want
no. The
the lemon
spice.
pepper.
The spice. It's got to go. But look, I am going to come in with apple cider. Well, matter of fact, let me just do this.
Whoa, what is that?
Rushmore with all 3 of them. Apple cider, and then hot cocoa, and then number 1 by far, the George, is eggnog. It was on my list, and I love making it myself. That's a good
It's
question there.
polarizing. A lot of people don't like
Alexis,
it.
we miss you. We need to have you back on the show again. S'mores hot cocoa sounds amazing. Right about now, it sure does. Rook of all. Look at Rook of all. Give me a Twix.
That's what's up,
So
Rook.
Rook is agreeing with you, Andy, that Twix is where it's at.
Well, Twix made
Barrel.
your list too. It was your number 4, right?
Yeah, it was. We both have it. Now,
Listen,
we
just
crushed on
because
that
it's
one.
before doesn't mean it's not important. We
Now,
want to make
look,
sure
this one's a
you
tough
know.
one, Andy.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
All right, is this pro and college? Mine are all going to be pro.
Well, yeah, let's do
Pro.
pro.
Top
Pro
4
right now or
all
all time.
time or current?
Like pros this year playing right now, or pro that have ever
Pro ever play.
ever
Oh,
played.
all
That's
time.
tough.
All time. I love this. So my top 2 are easy, but let's go with man.
I got my 4.
Okay, go for your 4. I got to think about my 4 and 3.
I mean, I'll just jump in there. All right, so number 4, real early in his career, but I'm going to have to go with Joe Burrow. Got to.
We don't even know what he can do, man. He's so
Bro, when you're talking, this is our favorites. This is not the best. Our favorites. We've had this conversation. That's number 4.
Yeah.
Number 3, 100% is probably the GOAT of quarterbacks of all time. It's hard not to consider this guy, at least in the conversation. That's the forehead, Peyton Manning. Number 2.
Glad you went that way.
Yeah. Number two. The best that's ever put on a Saints jersey, Drew Brees. Number 1, Patty Mahomes.
Mahomes. We still don't even know what Pat Mahomes is. He's
I know what he's done. He's done 2 Super Bowls, 3 MVPs, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs. So yeah,
he's going to get cut this year because they're garbage. No, this is the worst. No, I'm just
no.
kidding.
That's Russell Wilson. That's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, let's ride Broncos country. So my top 4.
Wait,
coming in
hold
at
on,
number
real
4.
quick. Francisco, thanks for coming, man. We will see you hopefully next Friday. I'll see you on your stream soon. Everybody, go check out Retro Rewind Pod on both Twitch and Rumble and here at YouTube. Go support him. He's doing an awesome game called Junkyard Juggernaut. I got to play test it a couple days back. But man, congratulations on that. We will see you soon, Francisco. And so, Andy, give us your top 4 again. Give us your top 4.
Yeah. So coming in at number 4, Give me Peyton Manning. Give me the general. I mean, go to the general, save some time, and also save any more conversation because he's one of the best. New Orleans boy, obviously, all of that kind of stuff happens in there too. All right, so he's my number 4. My number 3 of all time. My number 3 of all time. Man, this is so tough. I thought I knew this, but I don't.
I'm surprised you put Peyton at 4 because
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who's at 3. I know who's at 2 and 1.
Yeah, you know my 2 and 1. So my 3 would be goodness. Just because let's think of I don't even know. I'm gonna bump Peyton Manning up to 3. And
Yeah.
back to my 4, I'm gonna go with because I picked the Chargers early, Phillip Rivers. I like his little sidearm action. I also watched the gosh darn it, shoot.
Yeah.
Love all
Yeah,
of that. It's fun
yeah.
stuff. My number
His taunting as a girl dad Christian persona is pretty
so
hilarious.
11 kids, 12 kids. I don't know. A ton.
9, 12, 10, 50.
Something like
I don't
that.
know. But hey, look at this. Dylan's in the house. Roll Tide has showed up to support you, love.
Thank you, man.
Look, it's like a disease. Somebody says Roll Tide and they all show up.
Hey, look, look, you know, somebody says Roll Tide and they win another championship. That's just what happens.
Hopefully
Here we go.
not. Hey, wait. And
so-
Farrell, good night, my friend. Enjoy Xenoblade. Thanks for coming. See you next time, man. Appreciate you.
All right, so I got my 4, my 3, Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning. Number 2 is going to be possibly my favorite of all time, but obviously going to be replaced by number 1. Number 2 is Mississippi's own Brett Favre. Give me
Kiln.
Brett Favre.
The Kiln.
This dude he's just when I first started watching football, he was in his prime, and this was like football was just fun. Like it was just fun to watch him do what he did. And then number 1, it's no debate. Again, we're gonna go with we're just gonna go with the obvious answer right here. Drew Brees. Drew Brees is the GOAT. And I don't even care what you say.
Number 9, baby.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite.
Everybody's
of all.
favorite number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look. Top 4
Fireworks.
Fahey coming in hot with a New Year's top 4. Top 4 fireworks.
That's a tough one. So let's think of that. Let me think about this. So I love Roman candles.
Love
Roman candles are just fun.
I'll crush you. I'll crush with you on that one.
Okay. I love your standard bottle rocket. Just give me a bottle rocket. Just
Absolutely.
fun.
Bottle rocket wars back in the day. I can't believe we didn't lose an eyeball. I mean,
Yeah.
that was nuts.
Yeah, bottle rockets. I love those. You call me simple all you want, but I love a firecracker. I love lighting the whole set of firecrackers.
Oh, so like a big thing of Black Cats or M80s or something?
Yeah, absolutely. I love those. And then the number 1 is just going to be the whatever artillery shell crazy big pop one that you can get. Here's the thing about fireworks. I am such a cheapskate when it comes to fireworks. I don't want to spend $1,000, which is what you have to do. I just watch other people's money blow up in the sky. So really, whatever pops, I'm cool with it.
So I'm gonna go number 4, sparkler, because I love to do them with the kids. Sparkler.
Nice.
Yep. Number. It's nice and easy. Number 3. Number 3. Gotta probably go with. Here's another fun one that you didn't mention. Little snap pop. I love those. I love buying those. I know they're cheap, whatever. But number 1 and 2 was already there. Bottle rocket, Roman candle. I mean, I could go every party just with bottle rocket, Roman candle, snap pops, and sparklers, and that's it.
I also love like the star shooter, the one that shoots like the 80 at the same.
Hey, so if you're out here in the in the chat, man, let us know what you think your top 4. I see we got 8, 9, 10 kind of people bopping in and out. welcome to the Rushmore Show. It's all about your top 4 and nothing more. We rank top 4 things from movies, TV, video games, music, food, sports, and nostalgia. And so if you've got something you want to drop in there, it's episode 100. This is our 100th episode. Thank you guys for all being a part. If you're out there, spam the like button, subscribe, do everything that you need to do. Welcome to the show. We put content out every Friday now, and every other week we're going to be going live. Our next episode is with Picking Preacher. So that's Keith, and he's a video game guy. RPGs is coming your way. Hey, looky here. Cannon with another one. Top 4 coaches of all time.
Pro. It says pro.
Pro all time. All right, you're chewing, so I'll go. This is a Rushmore, so right off the top of my head, these are the 4 that I can think of. I'm gonna go Jim Mora.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. That was who I grew up with watching. I'm gonna go with Marty Schottenheimer. That's who else I grew up watching as a Chiefs fan. And then coming in hot, the guy to bring the Lombardi to Nola, but he's not where I want him to be at any stretch of imagination. Sean Payton. And number 1, Andy Reid. Big Red, baby. Big Red. Big.
Yeah. All right, so if I'm just thinking of these guys off the top of my head, so here's one thing that we do.
There are some great coaches out there, and when we're not going by my favorites, some Benjamins that I would throw out there that are just fantastic, who I think are fantastic coaches. And
so here's what I would think. When we do our Rushmores, if you never watched one before, we always have a criteria before, right?
Yeah.
You think of like the top 4 most, decorated coaches of all time, right? Or most defensive minded or offensive, whatever. We do all these different things. But I would say if my criteria for this one is going to be the entertainment value of them, the post-game press conferences, and who are some of the GOATs when it comes to that. And you did mention quite a few. Jim Mora was fantastic. Let's put Herm Edwards up there, not because he's coaching, but hello, you play to win the game. I love Herm Edwards. I like him. I'm a big fan of, as dry as it is, Bill Belichick, man. So you're going to get we're on to next week.
I approve him as a coach. I just cannot connect.
Absolutely. Max said Mike McDaniels.
I do like, as an entertainment value, I do like watching Mike.
He was my next on my list, actually. So there we go, Max. We're agreeing finally. This dude is just hilarious. He is what modern day NFL is all about. The swag, the social media, I don't know what it is. It's just whatever. And then number 1 is Sean Payton, because he was even fantastic. Obviously not now. I'm not a fan of where we're at, but for everything he did for New Orleans, plus all of the hate on Roger Goodell that he did in the post, wearing the clown shirt at the postseason.
Hey, so I see we got 9 folks in here, man. Say hello. Drop us your top 4 down below. Yeah.
Yes,
and you pick us up at all the little spaces down below. We're at Twitch and Facebook and YouTube right now. I don't know wherever. Tell me where you're finding us at. Where you're watching.
Right.
Are you on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook?
So I didn't see any here that unless maybe I missed one, but I do want to share a Rushmore that we got in a comment on a post that I put quite a while back, a few weeks ago, as we were prepping for this. Again, if you're in here, drop in a list that you want us to give a top 4 of. Put your top 4 in the comments. Let's have some fun conversation here. You can also ask us any kind of questions about anything Rushmore. What the heck is Rushmore all about? Any of that kind of stuff. Just chat it up. We want to have some good conversation. But one of those requests that I got was top 4 conspiracy theories. Now, I want to caution us with this. I don't want to turn into the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't want to go down that slippery. If I could turn into that podcast as far as viewership, then absolutely. But as far as clientele, I guess, is for lack of a better term, but they're fun. And also, let me say this: when you scroll over like Reels or TikToks or anything like that, and you stay on one for just a second too long, the rest of your algorithm becomes that. And for whatever reason, like a week ago, or I say a week, a couple weeks ago, there
Bert
was
Beat
yeah,
in the house. Modern
what's
day Breakfast Club. Welcome to the show, Bert.
love it, love it. So for whatever reason, my algorithm is now all conspiracy theory stuff because I stayed on one too
That's
long.
just how it goes, man.
I don't
That
know
is
why
how it
it's so
goes.
interesting because it's so like not that I'm a conspiracy theorist,
So,
but it's fun to
all right.
watch.
Well, I've thought about this. I've thought
Yeah.
about this. Um, so my top 4 in no special order. Just this, I didn't really do a lot of research. This is me just kind of thinking about it. Now, look, let me give you the criteria. These are my top 4, as in what I think are ones that I think are fun to research or fun to entertain, but no, in the back of my mind, they're probably all pretty false, right? So, yeah, that's just me. You can argue me in the bottom, but that's just me. So, number 1, number 1 is the JFK, the whole JFK. How many people were on the grassy knoll and the whole 9 yards with JFK and his death um, and all of that. It's such a crazy conspiracy to think that where it all could have came from. Number 2 is, or I'm sorry, number 2 on our list. Number 3, which is TJ Jazzy Draft, would be the moon landing.
Yeah.
And did we land on the moon? Again, I'm not going to argue with you for or not, but it is interesting when people start to talk about this one. Kind of going along with that one is flat Earth conspiracy. It will be number 2 because I don't even get me started. But yeah, flat Earth, and last but not least is that every professional sport is rigged.
Okay.
Every single one of them. That is probably the number 1 conspiracy theory for me. Is that not just professional sports, all the way down. When it comes to money and betting, professional sports or sports in general have a tendency to have a little inclination to lean one way or the other. That's probably my number 1 conspiracy theory.
I love that. I love that. So my list here, number 4 would be the moon landing, right? So I'm gonna crush more with you on that one. That's just funny. It's funny to hear about all that kind of stuff. Number 3 is the whole like Bermuda Triangle stories and all that kind of fun stuff there that happens. Like what's really happening? What's really happening with that? Number 2, birds are drones. Birds are not real. Birds are government drones sent to spy on us. They're not real,
Yeah,
which is funny, which is really funny.
that's hilarious.
And
That's
then
hilarious.
the number one is the flat Earth. Is the whole flat Earth like, dude? So that when I mentioned that, there is like all of my reels on Instagram, and I wish they weren't, are all like flat Earth. But it's like people who really believe it, and they're like, look at the firmament on top of the sky and the blah 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 blah. And it's like there's an ice wall, and you can't go around. It's crazy. It's crazy, but they know it. They know that it's true. Like that's what they feel. But
Yeah, I like this comment. Check this out. What if, Bert? What if all 4 are connected? The George of conspiracy theories.
what if
All 8 are connected. All 8 of them.
well, the moon landing could have something to do because the moon's not real, right? Isn't that part of the whole flat Earth? I don't even know. I've heard a million different things. So who knows?
That's great, Bert. Hey, by the way, everybody, Bert is a amazing connector of people. His YouTube is just friends kind of getting together. He calls it the modern day breakfast club. They just get together a couple times a week and just kind of support each other with um, viewership and support of each other's channels, and it's just kind of a good little round table of conversation. Rook came from there. Bert obviously came from there. There's a couple other folks that I've seen in the chat that have come back and forth from there. Welcome everybody that's been a part of that. You guys were a big impact in getting us to 600. And this is our 100th episode. So welcome to the show. Drop down here in the bottom any top 4 that you would like to hear. We call them Rushmores because we're going to do them really quickly. On our normal show, which our next one is with Picking Preacher, is going to be top 4 role-playing games of all time. That's going to be a whole show on just that. But today we are doing just Rushmore. So bang, bang, bang. So if you got one, drop it down in the bottom. So look, Eakin, top 4 seasons, top 4 birds, top 4 colors.
All right, here we go. So,
all right, so which one you going?
Okay, here we go. I'm going to go with, for my top 4 seasons, in no particular order. No. I'm going to go with season 3 of Parks and Recreation. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. There you go. I was going to go that route.
But no, for real, if I could put the
NFL 2022.
Yeah.
NCAA football 2019.
And lemon pepper. It's one of my favorite seasonings. No, but if I could put the 4 seasons in order of where I like them, I'm going to go with spring at number 4. Nothing wrong with spring, but what's happened? Easter. I love Easter. I do love Easter. But if I have to rank the 4, it's going to be spring at number 4. Now it gets tricky. The number 3, I'm going to go with winter. I don't like cold weather, but you get the added benefit of you got Christmas, you got winter break from school, you got all these fun things that happen, right? Number 2 is going to be the fall. I love the fall. I mentioned I love pumpkin spice, right? Fall's great. I'm not, Thanksgiving's in that fall, kind of at the end of fall deal. Just all of those things. The weather's amazing during that time. But my number one is summer. Summer is the best. As a kid, having all summer off of school, you're talking about swimming, you're talking about going to the beach, you're talking about summer camps, you're talking about just hanging out with your friends all day. Summer was where it was at. So that's going to be my order of my 4 seasons.
Yeah, I'm crushing with you on all 4 of these, but
wow.
Just in a different order. But if this is your first time on the show, Crushmore means we match. So, anyways, number 4, my Rosie. At the very bottom, it might be a shocker, but I'm going with winter. I love Christmas. I love winter break, but I'm not a huge fan of cold weather. I'm not the type of person that hates being outside because it's cold, but if I had a choice, it would be freezing in my house and extremely hot outside my house. That's where I want to be. Kind of, Bert, you're from Guam. I mean, I want to live in the tropics. That'd be fantastic for me.
I had family who lived in Guam for years. That's interesting.
Nice. Well, I think he's in Texas now, right, Bert? But number 3, it would be fall because it's next to winter. Yeah, it's next one. But here's some good things in fall. The fall classic, football starts. The weather is fairly nice. But number 2 is your George, summer, and number 1 number 1 by far is spring. It's the best weather.
Allergies.
It's the kickoff of baseball. It's the time when I'm going outside to watch my kids play every sport known to man. It's the time I want to be outside having fun, throwing the baseball, catching a football, walking the dog. The only thing that sucks here in Georgia, spring, it means pollen. And I don't have a major allergy to it, but I know a lot of people get on spring. I love spring. Spring is my favorite. Baby.
Wow, that's interesting. That was interesting.
I do love all 4 for their own special reason. If I was going to rank them, yeah, because I'm built around baseball, so I do like.
I get that side of it, but the pollen to me knocks it down.
Yeah, knocks it down. What? Eakin says, what? I'm sorry, man, if that was me offending or he was, I don't know. What? Yeah. So, Cannon, you want to say your top 4 seasons?
Yeah. I would say fall, spring, winter, summer.
Fall,
I
spring,
get
winter,
that.
summer.
I get that.
Okay.
Fall's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
getting the love, man. I don't understand it. I feel like fall is close to summer for me as far as my favorite.
So Ekin comes with top 4 birds. Now that's an interesting one for me. Top 4 birds. I haven't really thought about that too much. But I'll come in hot. I'm coming hot right
Okay.
here.
Easy.
I can tell you what bird I don't like is the falcons.
Oh, of
right?
course. Right.
I
That's an
can't stand it.
more. That's the
Right now. So I'm gonna go number. All right. So I'm gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come in with just a regular old sparrow or robin, one of those. Yeah, because those are the birds that we watch at my backyard, Dad. Right. Then I gotta go with the 3 big dogs for the rest. We're gonna go with a hawk, right? We like the Hawks, right? And we are in Atlanta. I don't like the Falcons, but Cannon does love the Hawks. Number 2, my mom's favorite, the owl. Got to be the owl. And number 1, I'm gonna go. I was gonna say the Pelicans, but now I'm thinking, gosh, I might have to kick one of them off because I've got to go with an eagle, right? So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go Pelican. An eagle is gonna get taken by you. So that's just hopefully what I'm having.
I'm not taking the eagle. You can keep it for your Benjamins because here's what I'm doing criteria wise. Outside of my number 4, I'm gonna because I can't think straight right now. My number 4, I'll say eagle. We'll just so the eagle will get taken because America, right? But
I don't like the Philadelphia Eagles, but I do like
no. But the eagle itself. But then after that, 3, 2, 1, I want to be able to eat these suckers. Give me turkey, give me duck, give me chicken. That's my top 3 right there.
Yes. Oh, I didn't think of that.
The whole turducken. I want it all. So
turkey, duck, chicken. You could have went goose, man. The
Yeah.
golden goose. All right, top 4 colors. This one's gosh. All right, so I'm gonna go with
just so you know, let me pause this real quick. I just got a text correction. So this is Ethan. This is Alexis's boyfriend.
Oh,
And he wants to know that we are pronouncing it wrong. It is pronounced E Chan, like Chinese. So just so you know, sorry about that, E Chan.
Well, I'm glad he texted. You could have sent it in the
So he texted. I'm totally calling this out. He texted.
W list for the birds. I love that. That's a E Chan. Great to have you, E Chan. So, top 4 colors, man. So, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I need, brother.
That's all I need, brother. Right? Let's go with this. First, no. So here it is. Blue.
Love it.
Red. Purple. Orange.
Love it.
Blue, red, purple, orange.
Boom. Here we go. You ready for this? You ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Well, I know green's got to make it somewhere.
All right. Purple. Silver. I love the silver. Blue.
Yeah.
Green. Green's the number 1.
Green. Yeah, see, that's what most people's favorite is.
I love cool colors. I like cool colors. I don't
green.
want the reds.
Green. It used to be my favorite. Orange is definitely my favorite.
It's a cool color. Nike is a party. So that's E Chan. Thank you for those three topics there. Hey, we got about 10 more minutes or so. We're rocking here with you guys live. Look, again, let me just remind you, look, if you're in here, we got about 7 people, I think it says right now. Thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 100. Man, we are so excited that you're here hanging out with us tonight. We're doing a live. This is our first, second live, but
second live, but our first real live. Check out
legitimate
border.
live.
Check out the border.
Yeah, you like that? So we're hanging out tonight and we are just chatting it up with you guys. We are going to do live every other Friday. Iconic, one of our favorite words right there. We're gonna we love hanging out. That's really what this is all about. About 10 more minutes. Look, we got some people who are sending in some things here. What do we got? Rook of Hall says black, blue, white, gold. I like that. Black, interesting. So that's most of my wardrobe is black. So I probably should have picked that for one of mine. White, interesting. You know,
Look at your wife dropped in there.
taking two of those. Top. Oh, I love this. Let's do this. Oh, did we take it off? There we
Oh,
go.
we both hit it at the same time.
You do it. It's like unlocking the door and top 4 reasons why you do the Rushmore Show. That's fun. That's fun. So I'll give you 4. Well, number whatever order. This is just 4 reasons. Okay. Love connecting with people. I'm a people person. Cue the sappy music. Kirk, do you have any sappy music you can play for us? Let's see. While he's doing that, love hanging out, connecting with people. I'm a people person. There it is. It's pretty. It's sort of sappy. We'll count it as sappy. I love hanging out with people, love connecting. I love talking. I'm a big fan of talking and talking about things that I'm passionate about. So, geeky stuff, faith. It's not very sappy. It's kind of.
We went away from sappy, didn't we?
I love doing all that kind of stuff. I love. I don't even know what I've said so far. I love talking about things that I'm passionate about. I love just. I don't know, doing this kind of fun stuff. It's a fun hobby to have. And then, hey, I love hanging out with Kirk. Kirk, you moved away. We've talked about this plenty of times. You're out there in Georgia now, and it's always good to stay connected that way too. So that's my 4. I don't know if I gave you 4 or 3, however many that counts as, but that's some of the main.
Number 1, I've always had a interest in podcasting and streaming. So I would go there just kind of testing out the waters. Like you said, we're both pastors. We're both pastors at heart. Andy is serving in ministry now. I was serving in ministry. I'm teaching. He was teaching. We both like to talk. We both like to gab. And honestly, it's a way to kind of just connect, right? And just talk. And moving to Atlanta was a tough thing. And Andy was one of the few. Andy and Courtney and their family were one of the few folks that consistently kept coming back and kept reaching out. And we stayed connected all these time, but we decided to put it together. And number 2, I'm going to be honest, it's the community for me. I just love the community that we've had. I've met so many of Andy's friends. Andy's met so many of my friends. And we're just meeting new people at these conventions and all these other things. And obviously, number 1, we're going to crush more. I mean, obviously, it's being able to stay connected with Andy, just in general, just you. But it's been fun. It's been a struggle. Andy, we've talked about it. I know Courtney's here. I think maybe Brittany's even watching a little bit. But it takes a lot of time. And one of the reasons we decided to go live was to kind of minimize some of the editing. Andy, you've got a newborn. We've got a lot of things going on here. I'm finishing up my master's right now, so there's a lot of stuff on my plate as well. And so it takes a lot of our time. And to do this consistently and have fun, it's a great hobby, but it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of work. So yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yeah, cue the sappy music. I love that. Love that pink hat, man. Check this out. This is a gift from the wife.
Nope.
Canon. So it's for the Rushmore Show.
It's Rushmore Show colors.
It's the Rushmore Show hat colors for a Yankees hat. So yeah, I love it too. It's more of a purplish color though, Bert. It's kind of a purplish pink, but it kind of goes with our stuff. It almost matches it perfect. Look at that. But yeah.
Here we go. We got comments here. We got Rick Aval is telling us his top 4 birds. Robin.
Blue Jay.
That's a good one. Robin, you couldn't have it without Robin there. Blue Jay. Must be a Toronto fan, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Eagle. Philly fan. Parrot. Fan of Tropics. The Tropic fan.
Yeah, I mean,
Parrot's a good one. Parrot is good.
Jimmy Buffett.
Are you a parrot head, Rook of all? Have you had a cheeseburger in paradise today?
Cheeseburger in paradise.
I like mine with onion and tomatoes. All right, here we go. Birds beats. Look, I love this. So this must be your top 4 reasons that you're doing what you're doing. Connections, the challenge to create. That's good. It's
Love
a
it.
good. It kind of keeps that creative side going. I love that. Stay young and fresh in my mind. That's good. Grow as an individual on a social platform. Those are 4 amazing,
Yeah, I
amazing
like the great cap.
reasons.
Goes
So
well with the colors. Yeah, it was a great gift, man. Christmas.
his hat is a lot cooler though in his icon.
Yeah, and then if we go to the main screen here, let me click back and
It's
go to
just me. Yeah.
There it is. See, that was last year's. Bert was this is last year's kind of gift to me was the Rushmore Show sign. So yeah, it's pretty cool. My kids are always trying to look out for me and kind of our passions. But thanks. So well, let me just see. We got 5 minutes left. Andy, Cannon's got one more for us.
Oh, Cannon, what you got, buddy?
Top 4 reasons like why you like to be a pastor.
Oh,
being a pastor.
yeah. How many people are left? 7 folks. Hey, look, we're both pastors. Great question, and we didn't do that. But down here in the bottom right is Reboot. So let me just make sure if you missed it. Reboot is our coming soon ministry to reach out to the unreached people that are in the geeky, nerdy convention world. So unconventional ministry. So we're going to be doing that starting in 2024. But I'm a youth pastor. Andy's a youth pastor. Andy, tell me your top 4 reasons to do ministry.
I don't know.
Now, wait, time out. Do not make all 4 the same, because I know you. I know better. Boom, 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 and boom. Can't do that. Can't do that. Give me 4 good ones.
All right. So first and foremost, and I'm going to go out of order. I'm not going to give you a Rosie, a TJ, a Link. I'm going to give you 4, but I'm not going to give you in any specific order. Number 1, first and foremost, I love it because Jesus called me to it. I mean, that's first and foremost. It has to be a calling. Bert Speeds, you just said it. It is a calling. That's what it is. You know,
Rushmore.
I remember.
Rushmore.
So, just brief story. I know we don't have time, but a brief story that I remember when God called me to ministry. It was when I was serving at camp as a volunteer underneath you, Kirk, and standing on the side of the tabernacle and just hearing God say, not hearing, but just sensing that God said, "This is you." Like, and I was like, "He's got the wrong number," right? So it didn't make sense, but it's a calling. So Jesus has called me to it. That's first and foremost. Probably first and foremost because I love Jesus, right? I think that kind of has to be said first. Is that I just have a heart for God, for Jesus, for and everything, whatever He calls me to. I just want to be obedient to that. So those are 2 right there. Number 3, I love people. I mentioned before, one of the reasons that I love doing the podcast is I love connecting with people. And sometimes, we've actually had opportunities even before this reboot stuff's even happened where people have just heard that we are pastors and have reached out to us personally with questions or just prayer requests or whatever. And we've been able to minister to them and kind of help them out. And really, to me, that's what it's all about. So I love people. And here's maybe the 4th thing is that I'd love, and maybe this sounds weird, but let me explain. I love the excitement that it brings. And let me explain that. So it's prior to becoming a Christian, I always thought like Christians had a boring life and it was just like suit and tie, just prim and proper. Everything was great. I love the difficulties that it brings. Right. And I love the challenges that come with it. I love because in dealing with people, there's always going to be a challenge. It's always going to be people are messy. People have problems. Right. And I love the challenge that presents because it's rooted in, I know that it's a calling. Right. If I wasn't called to it, it'd be kind of easy to just say, all right, well, I'm done. But knowing that I'm called to it, I love the challenge that it brings and being able to talk with people, being able to connect with them, being able to just the excitement that it brings. It's brought me amazing opportunities to go to Argentina to preach the gospel, to see healings and people saved in the moment in a foreign country that I had shared no language. There's a language barrier, just so many amazing things that I see, and seeing how God moves in all of that is just fantastic. So whether that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reasons that I gave you just now, whatever it is, those are some of the reasons. I'm sure I could probably think of 1,000 more. So, Kirk, I'm interested to hear yours though.
Yeah, I can crush with a lot of that. Number 4. It's hard to go 4, 3, 2, 1 when you're going fast, right? When we get to think it through, we get to plan it out. But yeah, number 4, I would also go with the calling. Um, I remember the time, I remember the place, I remember what happened, and God just kind of moved in my family's life a little bit. Um, but just when you're called, you got to go. And here's the thing, um, regardless of what you believe or if what background you come from, we respect all. That's why we're doing the reboot ministry. We both of us come from some pretty uh, torrential stories, and I will just say anybody and everybody is welcome, and so that's just how it is. Um, number 3, it there there's nothing more that that I there's nothing that I love more than watching my family walk this thing out, right? And it's not easy, and by all means, plenty of people have questions, and I still have questions. I bounce back and forth, but it's not easy. And watching my kids and my family kind of walk this thing out. We moved here to Atlanta from Louisiana to do uh, homeless and sex trafficking ministry, and basically um, just left back everything that I knew to bring them here, and it's been crazy. So we've seen a lot. I've done a lot, and we're not done, and we're not done. And so number 2 and number 1, um, yeah. Well, here, number 2, there is nothing better in my life than to mentor people. I I I, I, I am an elementary school teacher now, and my school is predominantly non-Christian, predominantly Buddhist, Hindu, even atheist and Muslim. There's quite a large spaces there. Here's the thing. I love being able to, uh, without being Jesus or even talking about Jesus, but to be Jesus for people. I just love it, and I love kind of just influencing people. And here's Cannon; he's in my class, and I love just kind of doing those things, man. So it's been a great time for that. Number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, is that Jesus took me from the worst place possible and brought me uh, from a place where I wanted to commit suicide, where I wanted to, I was, my marriage was on the ropes, my family was on the ropes. Cannon wasn't born at that time, and my wife and I weren't together. And God brought us back together, blessed me with a great child, blessed us with a great salvation. I have a great testimony. If you want to hear about it, I'm trying to put it down on paper and as a book. But if you want to hear the story, I'd love to chat with you. Number 1, first and foremost, the reason I do ministry is because Jesus sent somebody to do ministry to me, and I left out of nursing school, and I said I wanna I wanna make Sunday every day, and the only way I could figure that out is to do ministry. So that's number 1, and we're a little bit over the hour and a half mark, but that's okay. Um, it's that's that's a little bit of my story. So here's the thing. Down here at the bottom, we have had a lot of stuff scrolling. It's all the places to reach us. If you have any questions, um, if you have any doubts, if you have any uh, things that if you just question your faith or question our faith, whatever, we're not scared to chat about it. Um, send us a message. Send us a message on our Facebook group, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to go and find us. We're at all the major places. Even Twitch is going on right now over on the purple side. But if you want to reach out to us, we'd love to chat. thank you for kind of hanging out with us for 100 episodes, Andy. 100 episodes. Like
100.
100.
I've had a blast, but I can't wait to do 100 more. I can't wait to do 300 more. I can't wait to see what this thing does when we start moving into doing actual ministry and being able to use our platform to do things better. Yep, Bert said it right there, paying it forward. That's why we do what we do. Um, and you'll hear our story down the road, Bert, while you join us and just love it. Top 4 reasons to do it by far, 100%. What does he say here? Bert says, I need to do 99 more to reach that. You guys have a fantastic show, man. Thank you, Bert. Thank you.
Means a lot, man. Appreciate it.
So, all right, Andy, bro, been a great time. It's episode 100. And for all our friends that are new to the place or haven't been new, thank you for being here. But this is my first, and I'm glad I came.
Glad you came to, man.
All right, so Andy, how do we end this thing?
Oh, I don't want to end it, but let's end it like we always do. And Cannon, you want to add in the next part while you're here? This is the Rushmore Show, where it's all about your top 4.
Top 4
and nothing more.
Peace.